How's it going, everyone? In this video, we have a pretty notable update regarding Ghost of Tsushima. The Legends standalone version launches August 20th alongside Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut Rivals Mode update launches September the 3rd. We'll go over that. PlayStation 5 shipments are doing incredibly strong. We'll talk that. And a pretty low-key PlayStation title has gone gold. It's a game that I think you guys should be aware about, and that is Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. More on that at the end of this video. But first of all, Ghost of Tsushima Legends standalone version is dropping August the 20th. This is going to be alongside the Director's Cut release. And now, the standalone release of Ghost of Tsushima Legends is gonna be $19.99, so a little bit like on the pricey side. Like, I feel like you should just buy Ghost of Tsushima at that point. Now, Ghost of Tsushima Legends will launch alongside an update that adds new features, including some changes based on feedback from the community themselves. And on top of that, the survival mode has been rebalanced to shorten session length, and a new weekly survival nightmare challenge variants have been added, so that is going to be a nice addition. Additional cosmetics have also been included in the game. Of course, the Director's Cut will be buyable on August 20th, but now the upgrade path gets a little bit more confusing. If you have Ghost of Tsushima Legends, the standalone the standalone multiplayer component, you can upgrade to the Director's Cut for $39.99 on PlayStation 4 or $49.99 on PlayStation 5. I don't see this is going to be an avenue a lot of people take into account or go down, but if they make Legends like a very, very high quality multiplayer experience, which I would argue it already is, given that it was just a free update to Tsushima, I think it might be something people end up checking out. So Rivals mode is also going to be added on September the 3rd, and we got an update on that. In Rivals, 2 teams of 2 will compete to defeat waves of enemies. With each defeated foe, you'll collect Magatama that you can use to harm the other team. For example, you can spend it on shades to block your opponent's purchases, curses, health drain, exploding bodies, etc., fire, and much more. Once you've spent enough, you'll unlock the final stand waves. Complete these before the opposing team to win. Then you also have the Gear Mastery system. This is a new expansion of the progression systems and rewards for Legends. Players who have earned 110 level gear will now be able to bind it to a class and activate mastery challenges. This will allow a piece of gear's key level to be upgraded to 120 and eventually unlock a second perk slot. As you activate mastery challenges, you can also unlock a new ability and new techniques for each class. So a lot being added. This is all detailed on Gamatsu as well as the PlayStation blog, so I'll leave a link to both of those in the description box below. If you guys have not played Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I am not big on this multiplayer component on the PlayStation 4. I think for a multiplayer component, you really need that performance upgrade, but hey, I know I get a little bit crazy about performance than most other people, but yeah, I thought it was really good on PlayStation 5. I actually played it with a buddy of mine not too long ago, and I had a great time with it, and now that it's getting even more updates, might be something I have to go back and jump into. But of course, with the Director's Cut, you know I'm going to be on that Iki Island expansion first, and given that, you know, it's not too jam-packed with game releases for the next little while, definitely something I'm going to pick up, probably get through pretty quickly, and then I can talk about that. But super excited for it. You can have your qualms about the pricing. I'm going to be a shill for it just because it was my favorite game of 2020. If you don't want to buy it because you're not a fan of the pricing, the pricing scheme, by all means do that. I did a video on it, and it seemed like everybody in the comment section was like, bro, you don't even have to tell me twice, I'm buying this game already, it's pre-ordered or whatever the case may be. So I'm super hyped for it, and I am excited to get more Ghost of Tsushima. Look, if they want to do this release structure for PlayStation games so we get content a little bit more often, where developers are interspersing their big releases of games with these expansions that are actually relatively big, I might be all for that. Like, yo, if you want to toss me a Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart expansion that's like $20 and includes, you know, a few new Rivet levels, maybe a story expansion, I don't know, I'm just saying, I might be all for that. But yeah, maybe me advocating of spending more money for Ratchet & Clank, given that that was a game that was like, you know, 8 to 10 hours long and we spent $70 on it, maybe we should just get content for free. But let's be real, that's not going to be happening. And guess what, Ratchet & Clank is my favorite game of 2021 so far, so you know I'm going to be a shill for that game for the foreseeable future as well. But nevertheless, Ghost of Tsushima Legends getting its standalone release on August 20th, and then the Rivals mode will be coming September the 3rd, getting the dates a little bit mixed up, but 2 weeks after the release of the Director's Cut, you'll get a Rivals mode as well. So the content's coming in pretty steadily for Ghost of Tsushima. Alright, moving on from that, PlayStation 5 shipments have topped 10.1 million, PS4 tops 116.4 million. Now, this is a pretty good number. Obviously, the PlayStation 5 could have probably been at a stronger number had the supply been a little bit stronger. PlayStation 4, on the other hand, 116 million is a super successful number. Like, that's about as high as you're gonna get. Like, it's gonna taper off at this point. If you hit 125, 130, great. I don't see it getting past 130. Like, that's gonna be a little bit difficult just because people are now ready to move on to the PS5. There were a couple of additional statistics that they didn't note. A total of 2.3 million PlayStation 5 units and 500,000 PlayStation 4 units were shipped during the 3 months ending June 30th, 2021. So you see they're really focusing on the PS5. PlayStation 4 shipments were down 1.4 million from the 1.9 million shipped during the same period the previous fiscal year. Obviously, things in 2021 a little bit different given that we have a next-gen platform. You guys get the deal. Currently, there are 46.3 million PlayStation Plus subscribers as of June 30th, 2021, which is up 1.3 million from the 45 million subscribers during the same period the previous fiscal year. So you can think what you want about PS Plus, but bear in mind, during that time, PS Plus was rock solid and we were getting some pretty high quality games with it. But yeah, 46.3 million, just think about how much money they're making. Look, not everybody's paying $10 a month, but there's a significant amount of people, I think you'd be surprised, that are paying $10 a month so they can get on their, Call of Duties and whatever of the world. But yeah, I hope for a day where PlayStation Plus is only optional, but yeah, I don't see that happening given how much money they're making. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 software also combined sold 63.6 million units in the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2020, which is down 27.8 million from the 91.4 million software sold during the same period the previous fiscal year. 10.5 million were first-party titles, down 8.2, and 71% of software sales were full game software digital downloads compared to 74% the previous year, so take that for what you will. Lastly, I do want to note, Fist Forged in Shadow Torch has gone gold. This is dropping September the 7th, and physical editions are due out in Asia on September 10th and Japan on September 23rd. A PC version is also going to be released, but we don't have a date on that. It is a Metroidvania title, a platforming Metroidvania title, action game featuring exploration, intense combat, and challenging platforming. Really liking the setting of the game. You've got a machine-based setting. A machine legion is present in the game as well. I guess you could say more of a steampunk or diesel punk aesthetic is what they're referencing as. On PC, there is a demo available right now, so you can go check that out. The game itself is something that I think might end up surprising a lot of people, so we'll see how that turns out. Again, that release is right around the corner on September the 7th. But that's going to wrap up this one. Again, Ghost of Tsushima getting quite a few updates. Rivals mode dropping September 3rd for Legends. Legends is getting a standalone release on August the 20th. Director's Cut, August the 20th. That is right around the corner. Be excited for that. PS5 shipments top 10.1 million. PS4 tops 116.4 million. Again, I would expect PS4 to taper out, maybe even at 120 million. I don't see it getting much higher than 120, 125. And Fist Forged in Shadow Torch has gone gold, due out on September 7th. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.